Welcome back, everybody, to Hot Tresses. We are back reviewing yet another wig, sticking with the fabulous Mackenzie wig in this fabulous color, which I absolutely love. I cannot wait to delve into what I think about this wig. But before we do, let's get down to business because I don't want to waste a lot of time. This is the Mackenzie wig. As I said, she comes in this packaging. I have her in OT Lavender. As you can see, that is what I'm wearing. And I haven't really talked about the packaging, so let me talk about that for just a minute. I think Free Tress Equal got it right with this packaging. It's an upgrade to the way that a lot of other synthetic wigs come when they come in those plastic bags. And I like this packaging because it is a little bit cooler. I like to be able to just sort of lay the wig back out in the box and stack my wigs, especially if you don't have a whole lot of wig heads to store your wigs on. You don't want to throw your wigs around if you want to get long-lasting wear out of them. So I think that they got it right with this packaging. She also comes in several other colors, and we have a couple of more colors to review. We've already done the OT turquoise and the OT purple, so if you haven't checked out that review, please take a minute, look us up, check that out. So let's get into it. As far as the rest of the specs, again, this is a big head friendly wig. The cap space on this, the circumference is pretty wide. If you have a small head like me, you're going to have to manipulate this wig a little bit. I have the closure straps, or the adjustable straps, excuse me, crisscrossed as I usually do to make it fit a little tighter around the circumference of my head. And fortunately, you cannot tell that there's a little bit of a hump because the hair is actually pretty thick. So that's a good thing that I can actually mask that. In addition to that, there's two combs that come pretty close to your temple and forehead area, as well as one that is in the back. But again, if you have a small head, I'm going to recommend that you add some pins. I prefer wig tape, so I keep mine taped down and away from my hairline so that I don't mess up my natural hairline. I love the fact that this wig is versatile. So just like the other Mackenzie wigs, you can wear it to the side. You can wear the part in the middle. It is up to you. As you know, if you've been following my reviews, I tend to like that one eye Jessica Rabbit kind of thing. I don't know, call me crazy. It's just my favorite look with this particular wig because of the cut and the style. The shedding on this wig, you're going to definitely get some shedding. It's a lighter color, but you know what? I really didn't have a lot of shedding. I found that I had more shedding the more I manipulated the wig, the more I sprayed it down. And that's pretty normal with a synthetic wig. You're going to lose some of those hairs that probably need to come off anyway. Once you cut the lace, you're going to get some shedding. But I have not had an abnormal amount of shedding like some other wigs I know, like Danity. So that's actually a good thing, especially with these lighter colors, because if you're an avid wig wearer like me, then you know lighter colors do tend to shed a lot. So let's get right into this wig and what I think about her. There's definitely some pros and cons with this wig that I think you should consider. I like the fact that this is a Yaki sort of feel. So for the African American persuasion, it's going to feel like our hair when we have it freshly permed. Not close, but somewhat close to that feeling. It doesn't have that typical silky synthetic wig feel, which is a great thing. If you're going for a more natural look and wanting to make this thing look like it's your natural hair, that's definitely a plus. But let's be realistic. How natural is lavender hair? I mean, this is one of those wigs. If you're going to rock this wig, honey, you cannot be ashamed to do you. You have to have no inhibitions and no care in the world about people knowing that it's a wig. Now, you can alter it like I did. You can do certain things to it to make it look more like a weave or more like you got your hair dyed. That is up to you. But again, you know, this isn't necessarily a natural looking wig. You can get away with the OT purple because it looks almost burgundy. But in this color, you know, it did come looking like a wig, and that's one of my cons. Before I started to manipulate this wig, when I took it out the box, let me warn you, if you have any of the other colors, I was not impressed at first. Because I had the OT purple, I had the OT blue, turquoise, and I thought, you know, those colors were so vibrant that this actually felt a little bit muted to me. But having said that, I put it on and I started to play with it, and little by little, I fell in love with this wig. Now, I did have to do some things to it because it comes with that new wig shine. And if you've ever seen a cheap wig in movies that prostitutes or strippers are wearing, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those cheap wigs that you should wear probably for Halloween. It did kind of look like that a little bit. So I use the baby powder method. If you have not heard of that, it's just dousing the wig in baby powder, shaking it out really good to get all that white off, and then I sprayed it down with some Remy conditioning synthetic wig spray, and that is how I got rid of most of that shine. I'm probably going to have to go back and do that again because I still feel it's a little shiny. So if you don't mind the shine, it won't be a big deal, but I mind the shine because I like it to look as close to natural as possible. But again, it's a lavender wig. How natural is it going to actually look? The color, I think, absolutely is adorable. It surprised me. And I love that Free Tress got this right. I hope you can see it in this lighting. But I love that the dark roots don't just go from black to bam, I'm lavender. You know, it has this beautiful gray sort of ombre feel to it. So it goes from this dark black to this nice little gray, and then it bleeds into this beautiful lavender color. And I think Free Tress did a great job with designing the color scheme in that way. Maybe it was a happy accident, I don't know, but it definitely rocks. It works for this wig because it actually looks like the wig was gray and it was dyed a lavender color, or like maybe it was a really light blonde and it was dyed a lavender color. So I really like that about this wig. The parting space was okay, but I did manipulate the part. As you can see, I made it just a little bit wider and I added some concealer. You're not going to get much lace with this wig. You know, you're going to get about that much lace, and the rest of this is a skin top part. I'm not a fan of skin top parts, but I am a fan of skin top parts because they are so much more easier to manipulate than lace wigs. With lace, you have to be really careful when you widen these parts. Otherwise, you will rip the lace. But it's no different than the other Mackenzie wigs. I had no problem. And I hope I did a good job in plucking that out. I can see some areas where I want to go back and do a little more to it. It is a lot like the other colors. One of the things that I think Free Tress really got right with this wig is every Mackenzie wig that I have had, the cut has not varied, the curls have not varied, and that's a good thing. When you fall in love with a wig and you want to rock it in other colors, one of the worst things in the world is to get a wig and it's not the same as the last one that you had. You're going to get the same density, you're going to get the same vibrant colors, you're going to get the same feel that, you know, and so that's a good thing. I did not brush this out as much as I could have because I actually felt like the curls are what give this color life. So my preference was to leave it a little bit as it was. I'm going to give you a 360 view. So here it is from the side. And as you can see, it is about maybe 20, 22 inches. Here it is from the other side. And so you can see there's not a whole lot of tangling. There's a nice amount of thickness. You can't really see the tracks. And then here it is from the back. And I'm not that tall. I'm about 5'4", 5'5". So, you know, it's going to come probably right underneath the breast line, just like the other Mackenzie wigs do. What else can I say about this wig? I think that this is a no inhibitions wig. It is also very grown and sophisticated. I do think you can wear this wig out to a lot of places. Now, compared to the other colors, I have to be honest, this would not be the first one that I would reach for if I were going out and I wanted to wear a Mackenzie. But it is a color that I'm happy to have in my wig stock because I think she's absolutely fabulous. I think there's so much fun that you can have with this wig. Go do a photo shoot, take some pictures, be a diva for a day, dress her up sophisticated, dress her down with some jeans, a blazer, and some heels. Whatever you do to this wig, you really can't go wrong. The Mackenzie got it right, and so I'm really actually very happy to have this wig in my collection. I think she is totally worth it. I've seen some other reviews on it and it kind of looks a little more pink. I saw another review where it looked a lot more purple. So I thought I would go ahead and review this wig to give you a chance to see it for yourself on yet another head and get a sense of the color variations because, you know, our screens are going to try to adjust for saturation, but I'm hoping that you can see this beautiful lavender color in this particular light. It is coming out pretty accurate on my camera, as she does when you take her out of the box. So I hope that was helpful. As usual, we asked the question, is the wig hot or not? HAW2. Hot heads, I say this wig is hot. And I say you should go pick up this wig if you're looking for something fun and flirty. I'm going to put all the details at the bottom of the screen so you'll know where I purchased it. I got it at wigtypes.com, and I will definitely include all of the specs, including the pricing, so there'll be no secrets on that. We pride ourselves in giving very detailed, candid, honest wig reviews. So if there's a wig that you want us to review, let us know. We'll be happy to look into it. Have a good day, guys. It's been my pleasure.